In the Parsha we're going to read this Shabbos, Hashem says to Avraham, Lech Lecha me'artzecha mimoladetecha u'mibeit avicha el ha'aretz asher areka. Move out of your father's home, move away from your family, move away from everything that is familiar to you, and go to the land that I will show you. You know, Abraham was in his 70s when Hashem finally appeared to him. Abraham and Sarah together were converting, were educating, were teaching. Abraham had his own journey of discovery, finding and looking for Hashem amongst a civilization of idolaters. And Abraham intellectually, emotionally came to the conclusion that there must be Hashem in the world. And he did this year in, year out. Abraham and Sarah together were converting, were educating. And only when he reached 70 years old, 70 plus, did Hashem finally appear to him. And all Hashem said was, leave your father's home, leave everything that you are familiar with. You know, so often in life, being a rabbi, people say to me, if God would just come to me, tap me on the shoulder and say, I'm here, I would be a believer. I would be religious. So many people are waiting for that miracle to happen just to them. And unfortunately, it doesn't happen. Even Abraham, who was so devoted to Hashem, devoted to an idea of Hashem, had never spoken or met Hashem, only experienced Hashem after hard work, after 70 years of such great dedication. So how do we find Hashem in our lives? How do we preempt the tap on our shoulder when Hashem says, Hineni, I'm here. I've been in your life all this time. I heard a wonderful vort by Rabbi Tatz around Purim time. He says that every person should write their own Megillah. What does that mean? Because if you look at Megillat Esther, when you read it chronologically, when you read it in order, Megillat Esther is just one scenario leading into another one, seemingly completely disconnected incidences that happen. And only when you look back at the end of the story, you see how everything tied together. And you see that Taka, Hashem was there all the time, hidden, but there all the time. Says Rabbi Tatz, a person should write a Megillah of their own lives. A person should write down all these different instances and incidents and things that happen to them that seem to be totally disconnected, totally not relatable. And then when a person is older, like Abraham, in their 70s, to look back and see how everything came to fruition, how everything was necessary, how one instance in their life led to another instance, which led to another, which led to great providence and great hashgacha. And in the end, when a person looks back, like Abraham, at the age of 70, he looks back at his life and he says, I hear you, Hashem. I see you, Hashem. You were with me the whole time. Shabbat Shalom.